Cryptocurrency is one of the fastest growing markets in history, and in my opinion, this is a technology that is here to stay, which means it's just getting started and there is still a lot of money to be made. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the #1 cryptocurrency that I believe will grow drastically this year. A quick disclaimer, I cannot guarantee that you will make money if you invest in this coin. However, I will say that the majority of my portfolio is staked on this coin. So although I personally have a very strong belief in it, I suggest you do further research and make a final decision based on your own judgment. Now, one of the most important things I look for when investing in a coin is room for growth. There are a ton of good coins out there like Ethereum or NEO, which I do hold stakes in, but they are high on the chart for total market cap, which is essentially the total amount that people have invested in a single coin. The total market cap basically gives you an idea about how much room a coin can grow. It's much harder for Ethereum to give you a 100% return, which is double your investment, because it will require the market cap to increase by another $135 billion. On the other hand, if you're invested in a smaller coin that only has a $1 billion market cap, you can easily 5 times or even 10 times your investment if it ever reaches the top 20 coins. And that brings us to the coin that makes up about 80% of my portfolio. VeChain. VeChain currently sits at number 31 in regards to market cap, which means there's a ton of room for growth. If it manages to reach the top 10, you'll have about 5 times your initial investment. Now, what's so good about VeChain, and why am I so confident that it will become a top 10 coin? Well, VeChain started off by addressing the problem of counterfeiting. The luxury industry has a huge problem with knockoffs, whether it be handbags, jewelry, or even cigarettes. There are a lot of counterfeit products out there. So VeChain offers a solution to this. If companies attach a little chip containing VeChains onto their products, the consumer will be able to guarantee whatever they're buying is authentic. This is way better than a barcode or a certificate of proof, because those are easy to replicate. So they basically offer a solution to a huge problem that already exists. And that's one of the reasons why I am such a huge believer in this project, because they offer a specific solution to an already existing problem. Many of the other coins out there are somewhat vague in nature. They promote themselves on technology and innovation, but it's in my strong belief that the coins that solve an existing problem are the coins that will stand the test of time. This is a sales concept that was drilled into me in the past. A product that solves an existing problem will always sell. On the other hand, a product that solves a problem that doesn't already exist may or may not sell. It really depends on whether or not the company can convince the general public that there is even a problem. Now, VeChain doesn't just solve the problem of counterfeiting. The interesting thing about this coin and their team is that they're constantly expanding on different problems that the coin can solve. Here's an example. Let's say you're in the sushi industry. When it comes to seafood, the transportation and delivery of the food is very important. You need to keep the fish at a certain temperature and humidity in order to maintain freshness. The current problem is there's no way to tell what temperature your fish is kept at during the duration of the trip. And here's where VeChain comes in. You can use VeChain on the truck to monitor the temperature and humidity of the fish throughout the trip, as well as where the fish is from. And this can be applied to any sort of product that needs to be monitored during transit. Fruits, vegetables, animals, you name it. And these are just 2 of the problems that VeChain currently addresses. They also have solutions for the automobile, agriculture, and liquor industry. Now, just having solutions to problems doesn't necessarily mean that a coin is a must-buy. What's important is how many companies are actually interested in using these solutions. What's the point of having a good product if there aren't any buyers, right? Well, here's the interesting thing. VeChain actually has a tremendous amount of partnerships, a lot more than many of the top 10 market cap coins. And these aren't just small companies that they're working with. These are humongous industry leaders that all make tens of billions of dollars in revenue every single year. Here's a couple of their major partnerships that are fully verified. They're working with Kuehne + Nagel, which is the world's largest global transport and logistics company. They are also partnered up with DNVGL, which is a huge company that is responsible for renewable energy, oil and gas, food, and healthcare. DNVGL then secured a partnership for VeChain with a global convenience store franchise that has over 24,000 stores. VeChain is also partnered up with China Unicom, which is the 4th largest mobile service in the world. And to top it all off, they are even partnered up with the Chinese government. They have dozens of other partnerships which you can check out by doing a quick Google search. So as you can see, there is a huge amount of interest from massive companies in VeChain, yet it's still only ranked number 31. But I don't think it'll be there for long. See, the cherry on top of all of this was actually something that occurred more recently. Jim Breyer publicly announced that he was invested in VeChain. Now, for those of you that don't know who Jim Breyer is, he is a billionaire who is considered to be one of the world's most successful venture capitalists. He's known as the go-to expert in regards to investing in Asian companies. So I found it very interesting that the only two coins that he's invested in are Ethereum and VeChain. Having all of these credentials and still only being ranked number 31 in terms of market cap is what sold me on this coin. I'm very confident that it will eventually become a top 10 coin, which means there is a humongous return on investment. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, Improvement Pill, how in the world do I invest in this coin? Well, the best exchange to purchase the coin on right now is Binance. I'll link to it in the description box below. Full disclosure, the link I am using is in fact a referral link, but I am not partnered up with Binance. I am making this video out of my own free will because I'm just that excited and that confident about this project.